Hi there, I'm Ben Morton and welcome to the Leaders Kitbag, your go-to podcast for practical leadership insights in just 6 minutes. In each episode, we tackle real challenges faced by leaders and managers, offering actionable tools and strategies you can take away and immediately apply. And because leadership doesn't happen in a studio, these episodes are mostly recorded outside on the move. They're raw, unscripted, and straight to the point. So, wherever you are, let's dive in and sharpen your leadership skills 6 minutes at a time. Have you ever felt that the only way to be heard in a meeting is to get louder? Well, in today's episode of the Leaders Kitbag, I want to challenge that notion and give you some very simple yet practical alternatives to get your message across, to be seen and heard in meetings at work. Love them or hate them, and let's be clear, many of us hate them, meetings are a regular part of most people's working day. And by their very nature, they present an opportunity for other people, our boss included, to pass judgment on us and the contribution that we are making. And if you are more of an internal thinker, if you are perhaps naturally quieter, or simply not one of the first to jump in, meetings can be tough. It can be hard to get our point across, and we can spend a lot of time ruminating on other people's perception of us. But let's be clear. Being quiet isn't the same as being weak or ineffective. So, here are 3 simple tips for being seen and heard in meetings if you are more of an internal thinker or naturally quiet. Number 1 is to own your style. You don't need to match the volume and frequency of the loudest people in the room. In fact, when everything is the same, it's very hard to stand out or be noticed. So speak in a way that is naturally and authentically you. Just make sure you do speak up. Number 2 is about using or making short, purposeful contributions. Before some of your key meetings, plan ahead and think about some of your go-to ways for speaking up or interjecting when you really need to. You could do this by saying things like, I've been listening carefully to what everybody else has to say, and based on that, my perspective is. Or it could be something like, having listened carefully to everything that's been said so far, one key question that I have is, and then make your point. This proves that you've been paying attention. It highlights the fact that you have been respectful and listened to everybody else, and you're making the subtle, unconscious request for people to do the same for you, which in my experience, most people will do so. And the third tip I have for you is that preparation is power. It's the old adage of if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So again, for those key meetings, for the really important topics where you really need to land your point and you want to give a good account of yourself, spend some time preparing for that meeting. You might want to note down a couple of key points that you want to make, or perhaps a couple of key questions that you want to ask. And if you've got those written down on a piece of paper in front of you, it'll be that little nudge, that little shot of confidence in the arm that means you can speak up and land your point and make your contribution when the opportunity arises. And finally, remember, leadership in meetings isn't about the volume and frequency. Rather, it's about the value that you bring. Speak less, but be the one who moves the room in a positive direction. That's it for this episode of the Leaders Kitbag. Remember, if you need support, particularly if you're looking for a speaker for an event as you look to round out 2025, then do drop me a line at chat@ben-morton.com and I'd love to help. As always, look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. And until next time, lead on.